Namaskar friends, welcome back to Living Economics. Today's topic is money. What I'm going to discuss in this is what is money and the functions of money. So let us first understand what is money. When money was not there, people used to exchange goods and services with each other uh, directly. Directly in the sense, let's assume that there is a village called as Konoha, and in that village I live and Naruto lives. Now let's say Naruto has this timer with him and I have this thread reel with me, right? Now I want timer and Naruto wants thread reel. This exchange can happen directly with one good to the other good because there is a double coincidence of wants. I want timer, first coincidence. Naruto wants thread reel, second coincidence, and therefore this exchange can happen. But what if there is no double coincidence of wants? What if I want timer but Naruto wants something else? Let's say Naruto wants this pouch from Itachi. Now Itachi doesn't want timer, so then therefore Naruto and Itachi also cannot exchange these two goods with each other because again there is no double coincidence of wants. Now here money plays a role of medium of exchange. Now if you open any economic books, you will find out that the first definition which is mentioned about money is what money does. That explains that you can define money with the help of its functions. Money acts as a medium of exchange. Now if there is double coincidence of wants between me and Naruto, we can exchange this, and this is barter system. We don't need money at all. But if this double coincidence of wants is not there, how we make sure that things are exchanged? Because exchange creates surplus, and when money is not there, market cannot grow. So in order to expand the market, money is evolved as a generally recognized unit, economic unit, which is acceptable by everyone within that territory. So let's say this village of Konoha introduces these thumbnails as money. So I have thumbnails with me. Let's say this village of Konoha introduces this thumbnails as money. Now when I'm saying it introduces these thumbnails as money, we are assuming that these thumbnails are universally recognized as money and will be used for transactional purposes. Let's say that this timer is equal to 4 thumbnails and this pouch is equal to 3 thumbnails, right? Now it will be easy for me to get this timer from Naruto because I have money with me, and I can use this money to buy timer. I don't need to give my reel to Naruto because he doesn't want that. Naruto will easily accept this because it is generally accepted or recognized as a medium of exchange in that village. So Naruto will take 4 thumbnails from me, and I can get this timer from Naruto. So let's do this exchange. So I take this timer and I give this 4 thumbnails to Naruto. Now Naruto wants pouch, and we have assumed that the pouch is equal to the value of 3 thumbnails. These 3 thumbnails go to Itachi and this pouch comes to Naruto. Now let's say that Itachi wanted reel. He can give 2 thumbnails to me and can get the reel. So you have seen exchange is happening very smoothly with the help of money. So this is first definition of what is money as medium of exchange. It also acts as a store of value. Store of value means you can store this currency in a small pouch compared to if I store these reels. Sometimes the goods are perishable. It is difficult for you to store these goods, but this thumbnail can be there with me for a longer period of time, and this is why money acts as a store of value. The next function of money is that it acts as a measure of value. Now when money was not there, it was very difficult for me and Naruto to find out what is the value of this reel against this timer. But After money was introduced in this village, reel is equal to 2 thumbnails, this timer is equal to 4 thumbnails. We can easily compare the value of these goods with each other. That means the timer is twice costly as this reel, or in other words, reel is just half the value of this timer, right? So if now we need to exchange, me and Naruto has to exchange these goods with each other, I should give 2 reels to Naruto to get 1 timer. So see how money is helping us in defining and deciding and measuring the value of each goods and services. Another function of money is that it acts as a transfer of value. Imagine if I have to buy something from the other village. I have to carry all these reels with me to the other village, which is so difficult for me to carry. But if I have these thumbnails, which can be equal to some 100 reels, it is easy for me to carry these thumbnails to the other village and get the stuff which I want, get the goods which I want, exchanging these thumbnails with them, rather than taking the truck full of these reels to the other village. This is how money helps us in expanding their business. The last function of money, which is not the least, is it acts as a standard of deferred payment. Now, this is your job to find out what does that mean. What do you mean by standard of deferred payment? I'll give you the hint. If money is there, it is easy to borrow these resources compared to when money was not there. Now go and get the idea and put it in a chat box. What do you mean by standard of deferred payment? I may be making a video on cryptocurrency, which will be very simple, and I can guarantee you that that is the simplest video to understand what is cryptocurrency. Wait for that. Please subscribe to it if you have not done yet, and see you. Take care. Bye.